name's Vinesh, and I am the current booking and events coordinator for Co-ordinator. So my role basically is to book all the entertainment on the major nights and basically coordinate most of the events and kind of choose what's going on.
Keele Union is renowned for its nightlife, so how do you go about deciding which acts to book in order to please a wide variety of musical tastes?
It's probably harder than it sounds on paper, because we've only got 7,500 undergrads and we've got 2,500 capacity venues, so the kind of acts we have to book have to kind of be chart-friendly, mainstream acts that are going to fill as much of the building as possible.
Yeah.
It's obviously a big building for a relatively small number of students, so we kind of tend to go with more commercial stuff. It's not necessarily, I don't actually book stuff that's necessarily always to my taste, or many others, but it's generally what people like as a whole, as a demographic, and that usually is kind of your Radio 1 friendly type stuff. I've got a lot of contacts within agencies, and I speak to a lot of other Ents managers and people as well that kind of give me indicators of what's good and what's current, and yeah, kind of take it from there.
What's biggest achievement since you've been in charge?
The first thing I booked was Example, which at the time was really good because I got a really good deal on that way in advance, kind of predicted he was going to blow up, and got it really cheap, and by the time he came to play he was big enough to headline the event, whereas we only had him to actually open, so that was really good. I think getting Gym Class Heroes for freshers was huge for me, because I had to kind of persuade a lot of people that was a good move, but it went down really well. Obviously getting Travis McCoy was probably the one time I felt it was really surreal, actually, like having him on the ballroom stage, because he's such a big artist, so I think Gym Class Heroes was probably the pinnacle for me.
Sure, yeah. Would you say that's your personal favourite of all the acts you booked then, or
it's one of them, definitely one of them. I think Rizzle Kicks were really good, again, got a really good deal on them, so that was great by the time they came round. They were awesome, that was a really good gig. Although it was more in association with the Sugar Mill, the Ed Sheeran gig was really good. Woodstoke last year was cool. I think Miss Dynamite smashed it. Professor Green was really good. So there's been loads of highlights. Zane Lowe, always wicked. Yeah. So yeah.
Cool. Yeah, could you tell us a bit about Q Radio and how kind of student participation is encouraged within the station itself?
Sure. Cube's our service, so we want to encourage as many people to get involved as possible. We've got nearly 70 shows on there, and there's 120 of people actively involved with presenting or producing, or really involved with Cube in some way directly. So we encourage it hugely. We used to take membership and do it that, which we thought kind of puts people off because they have to pay to do this service, but now we're actually classified as a service as opposed to a society. Right. So we encourage as many people to get involved. We actually have way more people applying than we can actually accommodate, but we still encourage them to get involved, and I think it's a good experience.
Cool, yeah. We also understand that Q kind of encompasses more than just the radio station itself, so if you could just outline something around
Sure. Like obviously we've got a radio station built within the Students' Union, and we operate 24 hours a day, broadcasting live for about 14 hours of that day. So aside from that, we encourage, like, we do lots of events. We're looking at having a presence within some of the entertainment events. At Woodstoke we're looking at doing a Cube stage potentially. On top of that, we encourage a lot of presenters to go out and do interviews. Like I myself managed to do Eddie Izzard, actually. I managed to meet Eddie Izzard, and I was a big fan of White Lies, so I managed to interview them. Yeah. Marina, loads of people. And I encourage people to go and interview artists, because you get a kind of rare opportunity as a student radio station. You actually get taken very seriously, and it's a great stepping stone. So anything that can kind of help people, but just make as much as they can, and make the most of it. Help people make most of it.
Okay, cool. Will the rebranding scheme be affecting the Ents department in any way?
Funny, not so much, because we were already Keele SU Entertainments. The whole of the union is going to become Keele SU, I believe, as opposed to KUSU, which I think is good because it puts the Keele identity firmly in it. But we've been the only department that's already been Keele SU Entertainments for a while, so probably us less so than other departments.